Hey kids, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I'm personally doing just fine. I feel like life has been going a bit crazy lately, then it's been slowing down. I've mostly been busy with classes, honestly, just spending really long days on campus. But yeah, I also got invited to my first fashion week events and shows. I know, how crazy is that? But I honestly mostly enjoyed spending time in New York and just getting good food and being a tourist pretty much. I feel like every time I go to New York, I just do touristy things, but it was great. I'm really happy and I'm really glad. The reason why I went is also because I have intense fear of missing out. Like, I have always had very intense fear of missing out. And I think I briefly mentioned something about it in my previous video. I grew up in a home, like I grew up in an environment where every single time I want to do something, like I would ask for permission or just decide to do something, 99% of the time, my parents or like my caregivers or whoever was in charge of me would always say no. Like, I don't want to say always, but I would say like 98 to 99% of the time it was just always a no, unless it involved school or church. That's the only time they would say yes. But other than that, it was almost guaranteed that I wasn't going or I wasn't doing it. So yeah, pretty much all of these rejections caused me to have intense anxiety when it comes to missing things. And especially if I was invited, like, I'm going. Thinking back on this, it kind of makes me feel really sad that I couldn't really count on my caregivers for my personal growth needs, if that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful that they put so much emphasis on my education growing up. It's very empowering to be a woman with some brains, you know, especially in these days. But on the other hand, it really sucks to realize that the people who sabotaged me the most were the people who were supposed to protect me and nourish my soul. And sure, in my case, they made sure I was fed. Like, they made sure I was fed, they made sure I was educated, but they also would physically and emotionally and verbally abuse me repeatedly and destroyed my psyche to the point where I had to have a reset because I did not want to lose myself. And it's so depleting because I really used to compare myself to people so much. It's really crazy because I didn't grow up like that. I grew up really confident in myself, even though I was in an environment that didn't allow me to like fully express myself. An environment where I was actually shunned, and I was actually like, is that the right word? Shunned? I don't know. I was abandoned and always getting compared to other people. They would be like, oh, like, did you see so and so and like so and so? And it's just really crazy because I was always doing so much better than all of those people that I was getting compared to. Now as an adult, like, I really started comparing myself to other people that did have a support system. And it really sucks because those people could count on, you know, mommy, daddy, auntie, whatever, like they could count on their people. Then there's you, and you have nobody to count on. Like, you look to your left and there's nobody, and you look to your right and there's nobody, and there's like nobody behind you. And the pain that comes with it is just indescriptible. I don't know if that's the right word. I think it's indescribable. I'm saying it in French. I'm sorry, like I'm bugging right now. I'm sorry. I know I just rambled a lot right now, but I had to go find my computer because I wanted to read the definition of what a support system is. But according to Google's AI overview, a support system is a network of people who provide emotional, practical, or informational assistance to an individual, acting as a source of strength and encouragement, which is crucial for managing stress, overcoming challenges, and maintaining overall well-being. Essentially, a support system is... Why is it so loud? I live somewhere really loud and I don't even know why I'm surprised because it's just like this all the time. Essentially, a support system is a group of people you can rely on during difficult times or for simply sharing life experiences with. So yeah, long story short, a support system is a person or a group of people that you can always count on, that you can always rely on no matter what the situation is. Like, you know that you can call them and they're gonna take care of it, or they're gonna help you, or they're gonna emotionally support you. I know a lot of people without a support system and it's more common than I used to think. It honestly makes me even more sad about it. For me, honestly, it was quite heavy to suffer the price of self-awareness. Now it's more something that I appreciate, but before, like whenever I felt like I was losing myself, I would always suffer the price of self-awareness. In today's times, like we compare ourselves to everybody like all the time. It's become super easy to compare yourself to people on the internet. And the sad thing is that we're comparing ourselves on things that don't even matter. Like at the end of the day, all of those things that we compare ourselves on, they do not matter. I personally would choose having the support of people that I love and that I can trust over seeking approval from people that I don't even know or like that I don't even care about. We are all rotting ourselves from the inside out, myself included, comparing ourselves to other people. I know so many cases where you look up to someone or just envy someone, you want to be someone and make friends with that person and end up finding out that that person wants to be you. Like that person wants your whole life, and the whole time you were just sitting in your corner thinking about, oh, like what if I was like this person? Meanwhile, that person is just in their corner like, I really want to be like this person too. And that's really dangerous because comparing yourself to others always causes lower self-esteem. Like it always causes you to have lower self-esteem. It's just inadequate. Like it's not a position you want to be in. I personally know that it made me feel really insecure. I didn't feel as strong. I always felt isolated. I always felt misunderstood. I still feel misunderstood, to be honest, even up to this day. Fortunately, I was able to wake myself up and get my confidence back because I know what I stand on. I honestly am so happy and so grateful to have finally met the people in my life who strengthen my confidence, who boost my confidence and my self-esteem instead of taken from me always. I had to learn how to become emotionally self-sufficient, and it's still hard. It's still a learning process, but I'm here to tell you that it is very possible. I guess I'm saying that because it's something that I would have loved to hear. I was looking for that, and I ended up meeting the right people who would make me realize that. But it was honestly relieving when I realized that I can change things, and we all need a support system. Yeah, sure, we're humans. Like, we live in societies, we live in communities. That's how we survive. But yeah, it's always possible for you to build your own support system. It's possible for you to make friends with people who are going to respect you and accept you for who you are without judging you. It's possible to find that partner who is going to love you unconditionally and who is going to support you in every single decision that you make. And best of all, you can become that person, that support system that you always needed. It's something that I'm learning myself. Like, it's something that I'm trying to get familiar with as I'm getting older, you know, just becoming that support system that I've always needed. Don't get me wrong, it's really hard. It's been really hard. Unlearning things is very hard for me because I'm very stubborn. Sometimes you feel like you're making like 10 steps forward and then you're making like 20 steps back, and it can get really discouraging, but I'm not a quitter, so I'm not gonna quit. Hello? Okay, I'm checking the time right now and I've really got to wrap it up, but for the love of you, stop comparing yourself to people who have a support system. It's not worth it. It's gonna make you feel bad. Be grateful for what you have. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is the present, and the present is a gift. Take care of your brain and don't forget to share the positivity. Or not, because sometimes shit's not positive, so I get that. All I'm trying to say is thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.